Hello, my name is Dr. Jennifer Smith. I'm here today on behalf of Dr. Kuhn and Golden Period. Today, we would like to focus on the following: teaching your child the importance of positive body language and smiling. I want you to take a moment, close your eyes, and reflect on your childhood. Think of a time when you wanted to speak with your parents or were excited about something and tried to approach them, but you were immediately stopped in your tracks because of their negative body language and facial expression. Maybe they were too busy at the time that you needed to speak to them. It's possible that they were not feeling well. Maybe they were too tired from work. Whatever the situation, you were hesitant to approach your parents because their negative body language sent a message that they did not want to be bothered. Even as adults, you're reading the body language of others on a daily basis. Your coworkers, your friends, your child's teachers, etc. It is a person's body language and facial expression that lets you know whether or not they are approachable. Children especially pick up on these signals from you as your body language and facial expressions either builds a strong relationship with your child or it destroys it. Having a positive body language and a smile will set the tone for your child to have a nurturing and loving relationship with you. And that's why it's so very important that you also teach your child the importance of displaying positive body language and a friendly smile so their friends and peers will want to have a healthy and loving relationship with them also. What are the steps that you need to put into place to teach your child the importance of positive body language and smiling? Let's get started so you can help your child learn how to be approachable to their friends, peers, and family. Number 1, start with something that your child does naturally, smiling. Babies learn to smile within only a few weeks or a month after birth. It's a natural reaction to people in their lives that nurture, take care of them, and spend a lot of time with them. Even a baby's brain psychologically understands the important impact of a smile, because if by chance you are frowning instead of smiling, your baby will emotionally feel the negative impact of your frown and may fear you if you have more frowns than smiles. To encourage your baby to smile, give gentle tickles and spend a lot of time with your baby smiling as you take care of them. Remember that your baby will mimic your facial expression and will learn to smile right back at you. The more you smile, the more they will smile too. Number 2, ensuring that your child smiles daily is also good for their health. Did you know that smiling, even for adults, has a calming effect on your brain, behavior, and emotions? Yes, smiling can eliminate stress and make you feel good, even when you feel like crying. That's why it's so very crucial to make sure that your child's life is filled with opportunities in which smiling is a natural part of their daily environment. Smiling will help teach your child to manage their behavior and emotions, especially when they are in difficult or conflicting situations with their peers and friends. If your child is involved in a conflict with a close friend, teach them to resolve the conflict by approaching their friend with a smile, because in doing so, their smile will bring a faster resolution to any conflict that may exist, because it will make them more approachable. It will be important to teach your child that their body language is equally as important as their smile. Teaching your child to display positive body language may not be as easy as teaching them the importance of smiling, because all children can sometimes be lazy, slouchy, and unapproachable, especially if they are upset and unable to control their emotions or behavior. When your child is around the age of 2 or 3, depending on their developmental stage, begin the process of helping them understand positive body language and help them also display positive body language beginning at this critical stage in their childhood. I'm sure that you might be asking, how can I do this with a 2 or 3-year-old? My child does not understand the term positive body language. However, they will understand it if you model it for them. Therefore, let's begin with you modeling positive body language for your child so they will mimic the same positive body language in their daily lives that they have learned just from watching and observing you. For example, never allow yourself to lose your emotions in front of your child, because when you emotionally lose control, your body language reflects this negative behavior in the sound of your voice, your tone, and the way you talk to them and others. Also, don't slouch during meals. As previously stated, your child is watching and mimicking not only your actions, but your body language too. If you slouch during meal times, your child will too. If you sit up straight in your chair, your child will also imitate this positive body language. Display the positive body language that you want to teach your child, because whatever actions you display, one thing that you can be sure of is that your child will model the same actions, whether it is positive or negative body language. When your child is in an environment with their friends or peers, positive body language will also boost their confidence levels. When your child is standing up tall, not being lazy, and smiling, they are physically, emotionally, and behaviorally less stressed and more confident. It's also important for you to teach your child as they grow that nonverbal communication is just as important as verbal communication when displaying positive body language. Once again, you can model these examples for your child by doing the following. Number 1, hold their hand and teach them to also hold their friends' hands, as holding hands is a sign of closeness and it helps establish a bonding relationship. Number 2, always have eye contact with your child when you speak to them and help them to do the same. Eye contact helps build trust, and explain to your child that if they don't look a person in the eye when speaking to them, it will make their friends distrust them. That's why it's so very important to look your child in the eye when you're speaking with them, so they will develop the same routine with their friends, family, teachers, and others. Number 3, last but not least, your facial expressions are the most significant images that your child will learn as they are practicing positive body language. Your facial expression gives away your emotions, behavior, and psychological state of mind without even speaking. It will be important that as your child grows and matures, that you help them to control any forms of negative facial expressions that might upset their friends or family. Explain to your child when their facial expressions are negative with frowns and anger that their friends and others will not want to be around them. For example, teach your child that if their grandparents offer food that they find terribly displeasing to the taste, they are not to skin up their noses and frown or make noises of unpleasantness that might hurt their grandparents' feelings. One final note as we end this particular lesson, and this one may not be totally understandable to your child if they are below the age of 6. Teach your child that before they even speak, when they meet a new friend or peer, that the other person is deciding whether or not they will play with them or want to be friends with them, based first on their body language and smile. For example, explain to your child that smiles will bring them more playmates for the day than frowns if they are at the park. Hugging their new friend goodbye as they depart the park will make their new friend look forward to playing with them again. Holding their friend's hand during play will help them build a stronger relationship. When displaying positive body language, these forms of affection will help your child develop lasting friendships that will last forever. Positive body language and smiling. Yes, indeed. These two things are important. It's best that your child learns the value of both so that they will socially attract wonderful and long-lasting friendships during their childhood and adulthood.